Hey, good morning. Let's have a bit of fun. You and I both love James Burke's Connections. So let's do a Connections today. So I'm in the middle of researching this film for you on the revisionist history of radar, how it isn't British, how it was actually invented in the Ukraine. But during that research, I've made connections in the James Burke style. So most of you will get this, but let's just enjoy it. So, what's the connection between a device that stops you stealing a shirt from Marks and Spencer's was part of the soundtrack of classic 1950s science fiction films, including one of my favorite, The Day the Earth Stood Still? And a secret spy device hidden on the wall of the American ambassador's office in Moscow. And of course, the Brits' invention of radar. Oh, actually, they didn't invent it. Let's have fun. RFID is the acronym for Radio Frequency Identification. RFID tags are mainly passive, only transmitting their data when powered by a remotely induced radio frequency. That principle was observed by Soviet scientists at the end of the 19th century, with the first military use of RFID in the 1930s. When the British wanted to be able to tell the difference between Allied aircraft and the enemy on their radar in real time. A secret passive RFID device could be interrogated by the energy of a radar beam. Radio frequency identification is very useful in numerous modern applications, especially in retail stores, where passive RFID tags are attached or even sewn into products. They are designed to catch the shoplifters as they walk out of the door between the induction radio loops.
Электромузыкальный инструмент Theremin Vox – это первый инструмент такого типа.
The Theremin was also the product of Soviet government-sponsored research, this time into proximity sensors. The instrument was invented in October 1919 by the Russian physicist Lev Sergeyev Theremin, who changed his name when he moved to the USA to Leon Theremin. The instrument consists of two metal antennas which function not as radio antennas but rather as position sensors. Each antenna forms half of a capacitor. These antennas capacitively sense the relative position of the hands and control oscillators for frequency with one hand and amplitude, volume, with the other. The eerie sound of the theremin was the ideal mood for 1950s science fiction movies, used brilliantly by Bernard Herrmann in the Robert Wise film The Day the Earth Stood Still. In 1945, Leo Theremin used the same idea as the RFID tag and the theremin to make the Thing. A listening device for the Soviet Union which retransmitted radio waves with added audio information modulation. Sound waves vibrated a diaphragm, which slightly altered the shape of the resonator. This modulated a reflected, induced radio frequency. The passive listening device hidden in a wooden carving of the American seal was a gift to the US ambassador from the children of the Soviet Union. Many years hanging in the embassy, listening to every word as the gift that kept giving. The final connection today is, of course, radar itself. Originally envisaged by the same folk that brought you RFID tags, proximity sensors that can play music, and covert listening devices. So, as James Burke would say, and I agree, only a deep understanding of how the electromagnetic spectrum really works made these tools that built the modern world. So understanding how history is connected and intertwined reveals that the truth is out there.